Welcome to the Rightful Owner Podcast. I'm Kamashay Pruitt, an accredited financial counselor and financial behavioral specialist, and I'm super passionate about helping Christian women in business reclaim their financial identity, heal their relationship with money, and steward wealth the kingdom way. Listen, this podcast is all about exposing the lies you believed about wealth and replacing them with biblical truth so you can stop shrinking and start walking fully in your assignment. If you're ready to own what God has already given you, let's begin. You know, one of the hardest lessons I had to learn, one that I talk about in my book, The Rightful Owner, is this: we don't get to control how God chooses to bless us. And I'm honestly embarrassed by how long it took me to realize that. From a young age, I knew I was set apart for God. People will say things like, there's something different about you, or there's a glow around you. And to be honest, I didn't really know what being set apart for God really meant. I just knew that I was different. And for the longest, I didn't see what other people saw, but I know what I felt within me. And it wasn't until high school that I started getting glimpses of it. That's when God began showing me visions. My name in lights, walking red carpets. I didn't know what to make of it. I wasn't a singer. I played sports, but just between me and you, I was a really hard player. I was a really hard worker, but I was not great. So I thought, how is this going to happen? What's the path to this vision? Stay tuned because we're going to talk more about this. So when I went to college, I majored in music business. That had to be the way, right? For a moment, it looked promising. I even worked on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon and spent time on the set with The Roots. But it wasn't the path, even though I tried to force it to happen. Then came when I thought was an opportunity of a lifetime, a path that someone sold me as God's way to my vision. And I wanted to believe them. I was tired of waiting. I was older now, and I didn't want to waste time. So I went all in, hustled, worked late, said yes to business strategies that did not align with my spirit. And I'm embarrassed to say I compromised my integrity at times because I was told this is how Christian entrepreneurs really win. But after 3 years, I was burnt out, emotionally scarred, spiritually numb. Why? Well, because I asked God for his will, but I never followed his direction. So eventually, God gave me over to my own will. This is also known as rebellion. He gave me over to my rebellion. Some of us are envious of how others are being blessed, so we try to recreate their lives. We don't know the source of their blessing or what they did to get there. We only know what they post. So we copy their steps, we mimic their moves, we hope their path becomes our breakthrough. But God didn't call you to copy anyone. He gave you the vision. And the one who gave it already has a plan. But maybe you're tired of waiting. Maybe it's not happening fast enough for you. You start to think, did I miss it? Or shouldn't this be easier by now? Friend, I want to encourage you. Don't grow weary in the waiting. If you're in a place where provision isn't showing up the way you imagine, here are 3 steps to take. Number 1, reflect on the last instruction. Take a step back and ask yourself, what was the last thing God told me to do? Whether it was a week or last year, go back to that moment. Did you fully obey? Partial obedience can delay what you've been waiting for. Number 2, ask God if he's redirecting you. Sometimes the lack of provision isn't punishment, it's redirection. God may be trying to lead you into new ways or a new method that doesn't look like your plan. Be open to hearing him. And step number 3, manage your expectations. This might be course correction. And if it is, please don't beat yourself up. Don't resist it, receive it. Remember Jonah? He ran from course correction and it landed him in the belly of a fish. Don't wait until you're in a storm to surrender. Course correction is grace in motion. We like to say, God, I trust you with the results. But do we trust him with the path to get there? We like to say, God, I trust you with the outcome. But do we trust him with the path to get there? We say we're surrendered, but we're still clinging to how we think it should go. We have to let go of controlling the how. That's how the vision becomes an idol. We start worshiping the outcome more than the one who gave the outcome. Let me say this clearly. You can't be a rightful owner and still idolize the result. Being the rightful owner means trusting the timing, the path, and the peace that God has chosen. When provision doesn't come as expected, it humbles you. It reminds you who's in control, and it invites you back into alignment. Life isn't just about you. He's thinking generationally. The breakthrough you've been waiting on isn't just for your comfort. It's for your calling. It's for the people connected to your obedience. And sometimes God's delays what we want to mature us into who we need to be when it arrives. Right now, I can say, I finally surrendered. And I have more peace, more purpose, and more satisfaction than I've ever had. No, I'm not a household name, but I believe the people who are assigned to my voice will find me. And they are. Not because I'm doing all the quote unquote right things, but because I'm doing the God things. Here's your courage to own moment for the week. So first, I want you to reflect on the last instruction that God has given you. And I want you to be honest about it. Did you act on it? Did you act on it fully? Next, I want you to ask God, are you redirecting me from what I expected? And then I want you to release any shame tied to any unmet expectations. It may be correction, not rejection. And then I have a prayer for you. I want you to pray this over yourself. Lord, help me surrender, not just the outcome, but the path you've chosen. I trust your provision, even when it doesn't look like I imagine. Now, all of this is going to be in the Rightful Owner community. So if you're a visual person like me, then you can just head over there and you can copy and paste the post so that you can have it for keepsakes. But I want to encourage you with this. God's provision may not come how you expected, but it will always come when you're aligned. Until next time, walk boldly, steward well, and see you. Thank you so much for listening to the Rightful Owner Podcast. If this has blessed you at all, please subscribe and share. And I want to invite you personally to come join me in the Rightful Owner community on Patreon, where I would love to dive deeper into this episode with you. And remember, James 1:22 says, don't just be a hearer of the word, but be a doer. Until next time, walk boldly and steward well. See ya.